Hey everyone, so today I'm going to do just a short demo about colored pencil. I really like to use colored pencil, especially in my sketchbook, or sometimes just to kind of play around. I'm going to show you I'm just going to show you what I like to use. I just really prefer Prismacolor pencils. They are just really smooth and nice. I also always have my pencil sharpener. I think it's really important to keep the pencils really sharp. It just keeps your line work feeling consistent and smooth, and obviously you might want to go for something a little more rough, but I think in general the tip breaks down fairly quickly, so I'm constantly sharpening. And then of course you want your kneaded eraser or an eraser of some kind. I prefer a kneaded eraser because it really gets in and can be really tiny. So you can see I kind of smush, sorry this moves around a lot. I smush my kneaded eraser to be pretty thin so I can get into small areas and erase where I need to. So because we're working on limited color palettes, you can see I have a lot of colors. I like to work with a lot of colors, but today I'm just going to choose 3, and that's all I'm allowed to work with. This is one of my fave colors, just this light green, so I'm going to use that. Maybe I'll do a split complementary. So maybe I'll take, let's see, this is pretty dark. Maybe I'll take this blue. So these will be my kind of analogous colors, and now I need a color on the other side of the color wheel. So let's go with this red. This is also one of my favorite colors. And I love how mint and red contrast each other. Okay, I'm gonna put the rest of these away. And the prompt for this project is sink, swim, or surf. So I'm just gonna choose one of those. Gonna start by sharpening for sharp. There we go. Okay, so I've decided I'm going to just choose swim. If you want, you can choose one or all of them for sink, swim, or surf. So I'm gonna just start the character. I'm only going to use these 3 colors. Sometimes I'm really precise when I draw with a colored pencil, and other times I'm not as much. I really think with colored pencil, there's a couple things to keep in mind. For this, I'm using this to draw a child. So it's kind of okay if the line work feels a little bit messy or childlike, but that's definitely something you probably want to think about, because you can still be fairly precise and have clean lines that feel mature and feel sophisticated. But you can also have lines that feel like they were done by a high schooler or even an elementary schooler, and that's there's a fine line between feeling like it's kind of fun and playful and whimsical and feeling like the craftsmanship just isn't there. So that's something to keep in mind. Okay. But I also started with my lightest color because I know I can go in with my darker colors later. And obviously this is just kind of a short little drawing. If I was doing something more like obviously something for a more professional circumstance, then I would take more time to really plan out what I'm drawing, but this is more of a sketch. Okay, I'm going to slow this down for a second so that I can talk about just the importance of pressure and the way that you use the pencil. Here on her swimsuit, I put a lot of pressure on, so you really have a lot, some hard, bold lines. But here on her goggles and on the water, I'm slowing down a lot, and I'm almost barely putting any pressure onto the paper so that I get a much lighter, so that it applies more lightly and then the color is lighter. And then I'm going to come in. I am also thinking about how the colors can mix. So even though I have only 3 colors here, pencil can be it can be very opaque. It can also be very transparent. So I think that these colors could potentially mix and create even more, and then even just kind of having these different opacities makes it feel like there's more colors than there actually are, even though I'm only using these 3 pencils. Feels like there's kind of more going on. So I'm just gonna give her little tiny lips. Yeah, and again, for her tube, I want to kind of see what can happen with overlapping. I kind of like how it looks with the light red overlapping with the mint. Maybe I'll put some shading in with that. I want to make sure that my pencil is going in the same direction as the object that I am working on. Again, that just helps it to feel a little cleaner, making sure that my strokes are intentional. Okay, so let's do just a little bit of shading. Just kind of gives it a little bit of dimension. And then I want to put a pattern on it because that's my favorite. Again, I want to kind of see how the colors mix, so I'm not going to go all out, I guess. I just come in and kind of make slightly darker lines. I could outline this whole thing, but I might just do it kind of in certain places. Just kind of make some shadow lines. Okay, maybe I will just outline the whole thing. Okay, so it's pretty simple. But you can see just like there's a lot that you can do with 3 colors. So I look forward to seeing what you come up with for this theme. Again, just choose 3 colors and see what all you can do. Have fun.